7 and verse 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end.
And that was wicked. That thing was wicked.
But establish the just for the righteousness.
Read on.
For the righteous, yeah. But establish the just for the righteous. God tries the hearts and reins.
For the righteous, God will try the heart and the reins. So he knows who's good from who's wicked, and that was damn wicked.
Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated.
So God said that he loves Jacob. Jacob is the children of Israel. And Esau, the red boy, is the one that he hates. And he hates him for that reason right there. Bring out your precept.
This is Psalms 50 and 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother.
Because believe it or not, Esau is still our brother. But we are the good ones and they are the wicked ones.
That's right.
Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done and kept silence. Thou test that I was altogether such and one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
So God's gonna set the right order before Esau's face and our face, because right now the world is upside down because the wrong people are ruling. And when the wrong people are ruling, that's when you get discourse, that's when you get a whole heap of wickedness in the earth. And that's what's happening today. Bring out your precept.
This is Psalm 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
So we come to you with this sweet, sweet, nice talk. You're gonna get a portion, I'm gonna get a portion, but my portion's gonna be bigger than yours.
But war was in his heart.
But war's in his heart. Before you know it, your portion's done. He kills you and takes your portion. And then they call us the robbers. And they come out here, they went into Africa, rape, rob, pillage a whole place, yet we're the robbers. And they clutch their handbag when they see us in an elevator, so on and so forth. Madness, wickedness. These people are liars, wicked people.
His words were softer than iron, yet were they drawn swords.
So his words are drawn swords. His words will come sweet, and then before you know it, your portion's gone. You're gone. Hold on. Bring a precept.
This is the book of Job, chapter 21 and verse 17. How often is the candle of the wicked put out, and how often is their destruction upon them? God distributed sorrows in his anger.
So God will distribute sorrows in his anger. So when the Lord comes back, his anger is going to be angry, especially with one set of people. Because this one set of people made us go on in so much wickedness that we can't decipher from what's righteous and what's wicked. Bring out your precept.
This is Psalms 58 and verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he sees the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
So we're gonna wash our feet in the blood of the wicked, because the wicked judgment has to come. It has to, because Esau is so devilish and so fun. He's just a wicked guy. His blood has to be shed. He went into so many lands, so many countries in the shed blood. So his blood has to be shed, and it's in there. It's in Numbers as you read. Here's a precept. Read it in Numbers for me, brother.
Numbers, chapter 33 and verse 35. Slakia, verse 35.
You got it? Read it.
Slack it.
Numbers 35 verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land therein ye are, for blood is defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So the land has to be cleansed with the blood of the man that shed people's blood on earth. It has to be cleansed, because there's no way you're gonna get away with thousands of millions of even billions of people's killings. There's no way. A righteous recompense has to come back onto you. You're not getting away with it scotch-free.
That's right.
Bring out your precept.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
If any man have ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
No, he's not going to be led into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So which the one that led us into captivity is going to go into captivity. We're going to pack them up on one boat and we're going to sail them to nowhere. They're going to drown in the sea. Read on.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So he that killed with the sword is going to be killed by the sword. And he's surely going to be killed by the sword. Because he was the one that went and killed our people. Yep. Read it.
Luke chapter 10 verse 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpent and scorpion and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. So the Lord give us power, man, to tread over our enemy, right? And when it says scorpion, and when they talk about serpent, they talking about these wicked nation, these Eden nation, right? And no care what kind of device them come up with, yo, it not gonna hurt us, man. Because yo, when you kill one, we generate all 10 more, right? Because we no care see back away. Because we are children of Israel. And the Lord give you power to come out here and wake up the children of Israel. Whether they hear or whether they close them ears. And Lord close your ears anyway, right? Because no found no filthy, right? And not coming towards righteousness. All I know want to do is cock up around here and shove up on the head. And I need the wear hen. I heathen, right?
Yeah, please.
Proverbs 3 verse 31.
Bring it up.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So we can't be out here envying the oppressor, and we can't choose his ways. His ways are his ways. They are wicked, and we have the commandments of God. So we're not going to follow after the wicked oppressor's ways. To go and celebrate birthday, to go and celebrate Christmas, to go and celebrate Easter, all kinds of folly, to go and shop on the Sabbath day. That's not what God made us to do. God made us to serve him and to be obedient. Bring it up, please.
This is Proverbs 24 and verse 1. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. For their heart study of destruction, and their lips talk of mischief.
So that's why we don't envy to be with wicked men.
Right.
We don't desire to be with no wicked man. Because the wicked man will lead us down to the road of destruction. And that's not where God led us to.
This book of Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
So the wicked are estranged from the womb. And when you hear these Edomite people crying, don't take it with no sympathy or no remorse. They could be faking it. And they do fake it. And they do, read it again.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born.
They're having a good time.
Lies.
So they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, and I can't bear to look on it, bruv. It makes me want to vomit.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf animal stomping her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely.
So they can charm and they have this nice and sweet talk. That's one of their weapons that they have. But they ain't gonna fool us no more. They ain't gonna make us turn ourselves into gal. They ain't gonna make gal turn into man. Because that's wicked and that's not what God says. That's not natural. Read Jeremiah.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
So all they that devoured us, all they that packed us on slave ships, all they that made us go into a different land, into some cold place, are going to be devoured because they devoured us first.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
And this isn't just talking about Esau, it's talking about Ishmael, it's talking about Elam, it's talking about Moab, it's talking about Jebusites, it's talking about all these other nations. Amalek especially, that little wicked piece of crap.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
So all they that spoiled us are going to be for a spoil. Because they went and spoiled us and made us work for them and made us do all kinds of atrocity, even kill our own brothers and sisters. So how can you get away with that? Read on.
And all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And all they that preyed upon us, they're going to go for a prey. We're going to feed them to lion. We're going to feed them to tiger. We're going to feed them. They're going to be bait. They're going to be fed to piranhas. All of the above. John 8 and 44.
This is the book of John chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
Now you're of your father the same.
Ye are of your father the devil. And the lust of your father ye will do.
So your father was a fornicator, was a profane person from the beginning, and the lust of your father you shall do. That's why when they go out and they have their nightclub and they have all these parties, someone comes back in a hurt way, whether it be mentally or physically hurt. When they go out drunk as a skunk and come back in and they can smell them from miles off.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and he does mass murder even till now. He will even murder you. You can have a knife and he has an AK-47 or some machine gun and will still shoot you.
He and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him.
And there is no truth in him. He didn't abide in the truth, and there's no truth in him.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
And that's pretty self-explanatory. He is a liar and he's a deceiver. You think that the Labour Party is going to do anything else for you than give you sorrow? Oh, we're going to reduce taxes. It don't matter. You're still going to be on minimum wage. You're still going to be oppressed. It does not matter.
One of the first things what he says was that I seen the paper. He said the United Kingdom can use send weapons to Ukraine for Ukraine to use and fight Russia. So it's not, there's nothing changed in their approach in being violent.
Showing you that these people are hypocritical people.
Right.
And anyway, they're fighting against our own people, so it's calm.
Right.
But we, being the children of Israel, have to come back onto the Lord. We have to come back to what he said.
Right.
Pray out your precept.
Psalms 49 verse 11. Their inward thoughts is that the house shall continue forever.
So their inward thoughts is that their houses are going to continue forever. That's why you hear them making all kinds of plans for 2050 and all of that rubbish about we're going to hit net zero. You guys have already polluted the land, the oceans, as it is enough. How are you going to hit net zero? And now all that thing is fake. It's because you want to hide what the Lord can really do.
And the dwelling place to all generation, they call their land after their own name.
That's why we have the names like America. That is named after an Edomite man. We have the names of Africa. Leonardo Scipianus Africanus. That's after another Edomite man. Asia, Antarctica. All these countries are named after so-called, well, Edomite people, red people, Caucasians.
That's right.
And they don't have our interests at heart.
Right.
Get me Psalms 133 and verse 1. Because this is how we're supposed to be with our brothers and sisters. We ain't supposed to be out here shooting down one another, killing one another for nothing. For what? A piece of corner, for drugs, for stupidity. And we don't even own the postcode. And they push the drugs in the street for us to go and sell to each other. Because that's what they do. They take a portion of the drugs, yes, but then they go and push it back out on the streets. So that they can get rich and we're doing the dangerous work.
Psalms 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
So how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. For brother and sister, for brother and brother to dwell together in unity. It's a good thing, it's a good look that the Lord wants. That's why we're out here dwelling together in unity, bringing out the words onto our people. Read on.
It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran upon the beard, ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirts of his garments.
So having brotherly love is good. Having love for your brother and for your brother is good. Having love for your sister and your sister is good. Because in Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17 it says what? And we have these people out here for 400 years and counting, and they've done nothing for us other than saying, oh, God loves everybody. Jesus came to save. John 3:16. They don't know anything else than that.
That's right.
So,
Leviticus 19 and verse 17.
Bring it on!
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
so we're not supposed to be out here hating our brother. Sister's not supposed to be backbiting on another sister because she might have something that the other sister doesn't. Read on.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
And we're supposed to be out here rebuking. That's why we're out here today, rebuking our people. Sister with the trolley, did you know that today's the Sabbath day and that you shouldn't be buying? Sister. But we still did our work because we still went out and rebuked.
And not suffer sin upon him.
And we can't suffer sin upon our people.
Right.
Because our people have been oppressed for so many years and counting that they don't know what's right and what's wrong. So we're out here bringing out these words of love and comfort to our people.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
So we can't bear any grudge. We can't avenge any children of our people, of our nation.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thy love thyself.
But we're supposed to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. And with that, I'm going to bring it on to another speaker. And I'm going to close out and I say,
Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawashi. Emmanuel, Shalawah, Kwame Sharala, Kwame Sharala.